Hi guys! So I am going to be making some candy today, and I thought that I would record it for you guys so that if you wanted to make candy for Christmas, then you could too. I make cookies and dogs making noise. I make cookies and candy and stuff for family and friends, and I give it away as gifts to them. So I've already started my cookies. I've made sugar cookies and chocolate chip cookies, and so now I'm making these candies these are all like my grandma's recipe. These are all things that she's been making since I was like a little kid, and so I thought I would share them with you guys. So what I'm making today, they're called peanut butter, I don't even know what to call them, but we always called them peanut butter butterscotch candies. So what you do is you take a cup of peanut butter, like smooth, creamy peanut butter, and a bag of butterscotch chocolate chips, or butterscotch chips, not chocolate chips, obviously. And you're going to melt that all together in the bottom of a pan. Once it's all melted together, you're going to add in some raisins, some mini marshmallows, and the corn flakes. So I'll show you what to do as we go. I'm going to get this melted and then we'll go from there. The one thing you want to remember when you are melting your butterscotch is to do it on really low heat. So it doesn't take much for the butterscotch and the peanut butter to kind of start melting together. So make sure that you do it really slow or it'll get really hard and like crumbly and yucky, and it won't be any good. So just make sure that you are doing it on low heat, that you're watching it, and that you're stirring it often while it's melting. And you want to stir it all the way until there's like no more lumps. Okay, so once it's all melted, you're gonna want to work kind of quickly, but you're just gonna put the corn flakes in. Sorry, switching hands here. And you're gonna just gently mix all of it together. Okay, so once you have that all, the corn flakes and stuff all kind of coated and mixed together, you can add in your raisins. Now this is something that's kind of optional. It does make a difference in the taste if you don't use raisins, but I know some people don't really like raisins, so you can leave them out if you don't really want to add them in. So again, just kind of stirring that all together. Okay, and you're going to add some little mini marshmallows, like 2 cups, but you don't want them to melt too much. So you need to let this kind of sit and cool for about 4 or 5 minutes. And then once it's kind of once it's a little cooler, you can add in the marshmallows and mix it all up again. And then you're going to make it into little balls. I'll show you that here in just a minute. Okay, so once it's had some time to cool, you're going to put in your marshmallows. And I'll leave the recipe down below so you know all the exact measurements for everything. And then you're just going to stir this around. Okay, and then once you've mixed that around, you're going to take, just a big ice cream scoop. And I just fish a little out, and then I transfer it to some wax paper. Sorry, brain fart there. Some wax paper, and if it falls apart a little bit, that's okay. So once you've got the whole thing filled, you're gonna put it in a cool place. For me, I can probably go ahead and put it outside because it's like 30 below out there. So yeah, you can put it in the fridge or, your really cold garage or anywhere that it's going to get really cold because you kind of want them to harden up. And then give them away. Yeah, easy as that. So once I have the finished product, I will insert a picture of them here. And yeah, enjoy. Okay, so the next thing that I'm making is peanut clusters, and these are like one of the easiest things that you can make. So what I do is I just quickly melt some chocolate, and you can just do a double boiler. So you put about, I think there's about 3 cups of water in this saucepan with a glass bowl on top. Make sure it's a glass bowl. And then I've done a package of chocolate chips, and you just boil the water and just make sure that you're standing here stirring it, and it kind of has to be stirred constantly. So once the chocolate's all melted, got like a big chunk right there on the bottom. So once that's kind of melted in, you can just grab any kind of, you know, peanuts or anything like that. And then this is a mini cupcake tin, and I've just kind of filled it with little cupcake liners or muffin liners and sprayed them just a little bit. And then I'm just gonna drop, you know, a few peanuts in the bottom of each cup. Skin there. So yeah, and just kind of make sure it's even. And you don't want to fill it too much because you're going to put, you know, the chocolate in the bottom. And it does help. I did this just because I wanted you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. But it does help if you kind of prep before and just have all this ready, so that as soon as your chocolate is done being melted, you can start immediately putting the chocolate into your muffin tins. So I'm just going to grab a small spoon. I got these from IKEA. They're like yogurt spoons. And I'm just going to move this a little bit closer, and I'm just going to start filling it, you know, with a couple spoonfuls of chocolate. So once it's kind of filled to the top, you can move on to the next one. Long time ago, I was given a Christmas tree party. I was green. It was great. But the smell of the seed made it sick. That shriveled, it shrunk, and it shook like a wobbly needle. Last thing I do, you know, I do 2 or 3 at a time, and then I grab some little, these are just little holiday sprinkles, they're like little dots, and I just grab a little pinch full, and I just put it on the top. So it just looks a little festive. Yeah. So there you go, some peanut clusters. And then what I do is I just take this, once this is all filled up, I just take it and put it either back outside in the freezing cold or in my fridge just to harden up. And once it's hardened up, you can take them out and eat them and give them away. Okay, so the last thing I think I'm going to make tonight are these, they're called chocolate spoons. So this is a mold from the Wilson company, and they make all kinds of candy molds and things like that. So all I did was I took my leftover chocolate, and I just, you know, fill up the whole thing. And then I take my little spatula here and just scrape off the excess so the spoons are exposed. So I'll show you how I do that. And my little like pastry spatula, You just scrape off all that excess so that the spoons are exposed, and try not to make a giant mess at the same time. So yeah. Okay, so the last thing that I do is I just take some crushed up candy canes, and these are really great for like hot chocolate. You know, just stir your hot chocolate, and I usually do like some little hot chocolate gifts for people. So just gonna.
Did you making gifts for people?
Yep, and I'm just gonna stick some candy cane crush right on there, and I'm just gonna do half of them.
Let me help you.
This kid just likes to help. So there you go. And then I'm just gonna go and stick these. This is how cold it is outside right now. So it's like a freezer out there. So just a really quick like cooking, baking, storage hack for you. A big box of sugar cookie mix to make all the sugar cookies for Christmas. So the box was like huge, and it came with like 5 packages, and I only used 4, but I don't want to keep this huge box in my pantry because my pantry is small enough. So I just took the 1 bag out, and it's already labeled sugar cookie mix. So I don't need to write sugar cookie mix on here, but I do need to write add 2 tablespoon flour, and then I always write, you know, 3, I think it was 350 for 8 minutes. That way I don't have to keep the whole bag. And the reason why I do the add 2 tablespoons is if you're doing cutout cookies rather than like drop cookies, you need to add 2 tablespoons or the mixture will be too wet, and when you go to bake your cookies they'll just spread all over the place. Okay guys, well, my hair's seen better times, but isn't this a cute hat? My cousin made it for me, and you can pull your ponytail out the top. Yeah, so, and I'm always freezing, so this is good. It's surprising how just putting a hat on keeps you warmer. Anyways, I think that that is all for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed the little candy making tutorial. Like I said, I will link all of the, well, not link, I will put the recipes for the Butterscotch Crunchies down below. And then, you know, the peanut clusters and milk chocolate. Can't talk. The milk chocolate. I'm so tired. The peanut butter clusters and the milk chocolate. That's pretty easy. So, you know, just melt it and add them together. And then the little spoons, unless you just want to get, you know, the little. So this is, and it's not Wilson, it's Wilton. So it looks like this. And I think I got this on Amazon for like, I think I want to say $10. So, and there's even a recipe in there for you to do it in the microwave. So you can just actually put the chunks in there and then pop it in the microwave rather than doing it the way that I did it. But I just had all that leftover chocolate from the peanut clusters that I needed to use. So that's why I did it the way that I did it. So yeah, anyways, all right, I'm gonna end it here today. And yeah, again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please be sure to give me a thumbs up and check that red box down below. And if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe so that you can catch all my upcoming videos. So I am doing the 12 days of Christmas. So I think my last upload will either be Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. So I haven't decided quite quite how that's gonna work because we're not gonna be home. So I've got to plan out what days I'm gonna upload certain things. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys later tomorrow, I'm sure.